Hang around to the end of this video because I'm going to tell you how you can win your very own at-home sperm test kit. So you want to be a sperm donor. I have been a natural insemination donor since 2016. In these 3.5 years, I have learned a few things I'm going to share with you today. Some men out here forget that they're dealing with human beings and don't know how to act properly when it comes to sperm donation. So maybe this video will help them out. The covered topics will include deciding what type of donor you want to be, sources, profiles and posts, initial contact, keeping in touch, establishing boundaries, rules, likes and dislikes, selecting a doctor, STD test, giving recipients their privacy and space, and safety. Deciding what type of donor you want to be. There are 3 different types of donors you could be. First one is an NI donor, which is natural insemination, sexual intercourse. Second is a PI donor, partial insemination, masturbating until you're about to climax, then finishing through intercourse. Or an AI donor, artificial insemination, masturbating into a cup or container so it can be inserted later without donor assistance. Now you could be one or you can be all of these. In this video, I will talk about mainly the NI donor because that's what I am and that's what I know. But these things could be applied to partial insemination donor, which is basically intercourse anyway. And it could tell you how to act even with artificial insemination. Sources. There are 3 different sources you can use when searching for a recipient or for a recipient to find you. The first one that I like the most is Just a Baby. Just a Baby is a mobile app that's almost like Tinder. You swipe right if you like a profile, you swipe left if you don't. It's always good to make sure that you read the profiles before swiping right, because if you're an NI donor and this recipient is looking for artificial insemination, you might want to go ahead and swipe left and move on to the next. Facebook groups. There are several Facebook groups dedicated to sperm donation. You just go onto Facebook, search for the groups. Once you join the groups, you can make a post. And you make a post and let them know that what you have to offer. And they'll comment either in your inbox or in the comments below. Void forums. Void forums is an okay place. I don't recommend communicating through void forums because it's not a very user-friendly website. But I would go on void forums, I would make a post, and I would leave my contact information, my phone number, so they can text me directly, and we go from there. In order to get to this site, you would have to type in this link below. It's https://www.voy.com/210024/. Bio and post. Lay it all out. Give all details in your profile or post so there is no time wasted on both ends. Here is a screenshot of my profile on Just a Baby. As you can see, I give full disclosure of my requirements. Natural insemination donor, able to travel, no cost to recipient. Clean family history, 3 success through donations now. I work with 1 recipient at a time. I ask that if you decide to use me, you will not use another donor while we are working together. STD test done in between recipient and will request you do the same. I can visit every month during your peak ovulation days until successful. All I require is a pickup from your local airport and a place to sleep if I'm required to stay overnight. The next screenshot you'll see is the initial contact with a recipient that was appreciative of the information that I provided in my profile. Hi, how are you? I'm good, how are you? I'm doing well. Must I say I appreciate all the info you have provided in your profile. it's definitely very helpful. So I am very new to all this, but sounds like you have experience and success at this. Yes, I have 3 successful donations now. Most recipients are new to this. I'm a laid-back, easygoing individual, which makes it easier for some. Well, that's definitely good in my book. So I do have one question. For you, is it strictly donor only? Or do you want contact with the child? Also, would you be open to a second child with the same woman? I'm strictly a donor. Yes, I wouldn't mind donating a second time. Okay, thanks for the clarification. And the conversation went on from there, and about 2 months later, she became one of my successful donations. Now, some people will disagree on what I'm about to say, but it's my opinion. As you can see in my profile and message, I said I have 3 successful donations. It's more like 23. It's my opinion revealing high numbers will scare a recipient. Initial contact. Don't be an asshole. I've heard so many stories of men saying and doing immature and inappropriate things. Examples of what not to say. When can I dick you down? When can I come put a baby in you? I'm trying to fuck. Treat everyone with respect. You will get females that will ask you questions like, why do you want NI? Your only reply to this question is, it's just my preference. Natural insemination is a sensitive subject. Some people will say you're just out to get laid. Newsflash, you are. But it's your body, your sperm. You have the right to distribute it any way you like. Being an NI donor is a safer way to have casual sex. Some women, out of desperation or lack of other donors, would try to change your mind or ask something like, are you open to AI? Some women will be willing to try it as far as natural insemination. You may hear something like, we were expecting to use artificial insemination. Since you want NI, I guess we could try it. As an NI donor, this type of recipient is not for you. Never try to persuade a woman to do NI. Never. If they offer to try it, your response should be, I don't believe I'm the donor for you. Let them lead the conversation. If the conversation stalls, then you can take lead by asking appropriate questions like, when do you plan to start trying? Have you started tracking ovulation? Some women will be taking fertility meds, so it's a good idea to educate yourself about it. That way, if she says the doctor has her on fertility meds, you can say something like, what does he have you on, Clomid? Keep it in touch. Exchanging numbers. I like to exchange phone numbers. The exchange of phone numbers let me know the recipient is serious. Even though there are some people that are reluctant to give out their number because it makes them feel safe, I simply offer my number and give them the choice to continue to talk through Facebook or Just the Baby, or they can text me for better communication. I would never agree to visit or make plans without the exchange of numbers. If you're traveling to meet her or them, you need to have a direct way to contact them if things happen. Phone calls. It's a good idea to have a couple of phone conversations before a meeting. This helps everyone to get comfortable with the tone and sound of your voice. Establishing boundaries, rules, likes, and dislikes. Boundaries. You must learn her or their boundaries. Like I said before, some recipients will be couples. You have to be very respectful to the recipient's husband, or in most cases, wife. The way I get them to discuss this is by asking questions like, when you talk about it with each other, how do you imagine the process going? Most will be modest with you. you will need to pry a little, but don't be pushy. Sexually, you may have to set some boundaries, depending on what you're comfortable with. There will be some cases where the partner would like to be part of the process. This may seem like a dream come true when you have a female couple, but if it's a male-female couple, it may be your nightmare if you're not comfortable with it. Rules. My number one rule for a recipient is recent STD tests and no sexual contact with anyone other than their partner who needs to be tested also. I require a pickup from the airport and a place to sleep if I'm required to stay overnight. It is up to you to make your own rules. Likes and dislikes. It's important to find out her or their likes and dislikes. Remember to be respectful with your questions. As mentioned earlier, when you ask the question, how do you or both of you imagine the process going? A good follow-up question should be something like, are there any likes or dislikes I should know about? Each recipient will be different. Some women will want to keep it strictly business. Others will want to make it an experience, a sexual fantasy like a threesome with their partner. Some may want to receive or give oral. Never ask for oral. Never. If she or they wants to do it, they will let you know. It's okay to ask if you giving her oral is an option, but never ask to receive it. Selecting a doctor. Selecting a doctor is important. It's okay to see a few doctors before choosing one. My suggestion is to choose a female doctor. It's my opinion female doctors are more understanding and mature with this matter. I may think this way because of my own experience. I had a male doctor before I even started donating. Him being a gay man, I thought he would be more accepting. When I told him the reason I was requesting tests, he was okay, but when I said it would be through natural insemination, he laughed. This really pissed me off. Be upfront and let your doctor know exactly what you're doing and what you need from them. You will raise red flags if you're coming for STD tests 6 or more times a year. STD testing. STD testing is a must. If you will have a problem with this, sperm donation isn't for you. You must get tested before each new recipient. Never assume. Know your status. Giving recipients their privacy and space. Remember I said this is not a romantic relationship. Don't blow up their phone texting every single day. Wait for them to contact you. If you haven't heard from them in over a week, it's okay to send a toy text, a thinking of you text. After donating, let them contact you for a follow-up and or reschedule another meeting if previous donation was unsuccessful. After a successful donation, I never call or text them again. My job is done. If they want me involved after that point, it's up to them to contact me. Be safe. Never let your guard down. What I mean by this is don't break your rules because you feel sorry or catch feelings. I have a great example story of me letting my guard down. If you would like to hear this story, like this video. And when this video hits 1,000 likes, I'll make a video sharing that story. If you have any questions or stories, please email me at ExpertSpermDonor@gmail.com. I like to hear from donors and recipients. Good, bad, and funny stories will be shared right here on this channel. Also, by submitting a question by email, you will be entered in for your chance to win a Yo Home Sperm Test Kit. When this channel reaches 1,000 subscribers, a winner will be chosen.